New meta review part 2. A second object has been shot down over the Canadian. Wait, no, that's my Twitter news feed. What is this? Oh, yeah. A second standard challenge has been posted over the weekend. Let's see what new cards have invaded the standard format metagame straight out of the new set. Phyrexia, all will be one. Here we go. This was a lot of fun yesterday. Let's do it again. So, first thing. Somebody brought it to my attention in comments. Thank you. They actually competed in one of these. Good for you. This first place stuff is a lie. Don't read it, because if you go up here by the bracket, I mean, call me crazy. I thought if it said first place, they got first place in the whole event since the event's over. But no, actually, you have to look here at the quarterfinals, semifinals, final, and you can see where things went. And you can see that that says first place is actually the one who, when all was said and done, got second. So first deck on here that got second. Why? How do I cover this now? Do I go around it? Do I scroll to the first place deck? Yeah, we're scrolling to the first place deck. That is 6th place. Go burn. Oh yeah, go burn. Sure. Anyway, not a burn deck. We got 4 Reckoner Bankbusters, 4 Atraxa, the Grand Unifier, 4 Fables, a Kami War, 4 Bindings, Unleash the Inferno, Go for the Throat, 28 lands, including 3 Myrics. Wow. 3 Myrics. That surprises me. An Eternal Wanderer and 3 Burn Down the House, a Farewell, a Depopulate, 3 Strangles, and 3 Blue Suns Twilight. So immediately we have some fresh cards here. This is an Atraxa deck that isn't cheating out Atraxa. It's casting Atraxa. It has 28 lands. Is pretty crazy, but it also has like 10, what is this, 12, 14 of the tri-lands. Holy cow. And it doesn't have any of the fast lands, which makes sense. You've got all these tap lands that you want to play early. So that's good. And then, yeah, we're straight up casting the Grand Unifier. And it's not like they're going way out of their way to pack in a bunch of different types. There's only one Planeswalker, for example. It must have found the perfect mix of control to hit this format with, because Blue Suns Twilight, that is a shout out. That is a very specific card. And when you're playing a 5-color deck with 28 lands, you could run anything in that spot. 3 copies is a massive amount of this blue sorcery. So that's got to be good for that card going in the future. And of course, Atraxa, we know, is a house. What an absolute go over the top monster. So 5-color control. Wow. How about the sideboard? There's 4 Nimble Arsonist, which is a card I experimented with recently. I thought it would be good for the metagame in like best of 3. Sure enough, not that great in best of 1. Vampire's Vengeance. I mean, there's a little sweeper. You get a blood token, I guess. Katose, the Silent Spider. Spicy list. Very cool to see it come out on top. Obviously powered by Atraxa. That's a new card. Second place, S-Man 2.0, which says first place, but you're a lie. Soldiers. We've got straight up soldiers, soldier, 2 Siege Veteran, 2 Skrelv, 4 Brutal Cathars. I keep an eye on the number of Brutal Cathars because I think it's a card that is necessary in soldiers, but it's not a very good card. When I play soldiers, a lot of bad things happen to my Brutal Cathars. It's very easy to remove these days, and it does get removed. But here we're trimming on Siege Veteran, running more Brutals. Okay. 2 Skrelv, Defector Might is your new card, along with over here, there are 4 Seachrome Coasts. I like the tech that there are 4 Lantern Flares. I mean, that's pretty great if both sides are going wide without sweepers. Also 4 Destroy Evil, but that's it for the new cards. The third places are B. Martinez and Quiniac. So let's see. Portal 2 Phyrexia, Sanctuary Warden, Atraxa, more Atraxa, 2 Restoration of Iganjo, 4 Fable, 4 Pyre, 4 Braid, 4 Score, 4 Justice, Nahiri, and Wandering Emperor. We saw this deck in the last review. It's Reanimate Atraxa, Invoke Justice Atraxa. And Atraxa right now, currently the most played new card in this top 8. What was the other one that we got here? Quiniac. Where are you at? Quiniac finishing up with Mono Red. This is Mono Red. They run Thundering Raiju. They do not run the, what's the card that everybody plays in best of 1? I don't like it very much. It's 3 mana. It adds an extra damage to everything. Anyway, that enchantment, they don't play it. Doesn't matter what its name is. Shivan Devastator, love the one of Shivan Devastator. I always like getting that in there. 4 squeeze a lot, but that is in the place where they would normally run that enchantment. And then we've got the Lightning Strikes, Play with Fire is the Abrade. Yep, it's mono red. Any new cards at all? There's 3 Rebel Salvos, which have affinity for equipment. I don't see any equipment, but it doesn't really matter because it's 5 damage to a thing, and that permanent loses indestructible, so that can matter against certain types of indestructible things. There's also 3 giant Cinder Maws. Trample and players can't gain life. Dinosaur Beast. You do what you gotta do with mono red. It's hard to build a good sideboard. Other decks along the way. Where's the new cards? What we got? We've got a 3 Bankbuster, Harvester, Appraiser, Sheoldred. Wait, what? It's Grixis. It's just Grixis. It's just Grixis. It doesn't even have no new card Grixis. 0 new card Grixis. What spot did they get? They got eliminated in the quarterfinals. Justice is served. Next up. What do we got here? Vampiric Frog. What a name. 4 Bankbusters. I'm sensing a trend. It's Grixis. It's Grixis. There's a few different card choices, and they believe that Blackleaf Cliffs and Darkslick Shores are worth playing 1 and 2 of those. There's no other new cards. Okay. Also eliminated in the quarterfinals. Justice. And what else do we have here? We have Ramp in 8th place, and this is another portal kind of Atraxa Reanimator. So it does look like Atraxa is going to be the most played card in this event, in the top 8 from the new set. That is wild, because I think a lot of people looked at Atraxa as awesome, but a bit much. And we still have to probably continue to work on Atraxa for best of 1, as that's a pretty challenging thing to cast 7 drops. But in best of 3 standard, they're making it happen. And they're going over the top of decks that can't interact with this type of strategy, like Mono White. If you remember in the last challenge, Mono White with the Eternal Emperor, the more grindy go big Mono White, was far and away the most played thing. It saw the most success. The Eternal Emperor was everywhere. Eternal Wanderer, Eternal Emperor, I don't know. The Eternal Wanderer. And now there's just one hanging out in the top 8. So a quick adjustment in the meta as the Atraxa decks are going over the top of those big white decks. What they need is somebody to mill them, because that's what I found playing against the best of 1 big white decks and mid-range decks that don't play blue, like Jund and stuff like that. You just jace them. You just jace them out. Just, man, they gotta get some of that jace action. In 9th place, we have another Portal Reanimator with more Atraxa. In 10th place, we have, there's our big white friend. There's gotta be, like, what am I supposed to call it? The color is white. I can't not say things like big white friends and big black decks, and I can't not say these things. It's impossible. Anyway, 3 Eternal Wanderers here and 4 Ossifications holding down the new card spot. And there's some Phyrexian Vindication. Oops. Going on in the sideboard. The Vindicator. Nice to know I can click that if I need to. There's also 1 Plains in the sideboard. Sometimes you just need more. You know, 4 farm hands, you know. It's not enough. They aren't running the Restoration of Iganjo. That is a cut from this deck to run 4 Lorens instead. That's a call. 11th place, we have more large vanilla type deck. 12th place, one of my favorite MTGO usernames, Ivan Drago. And we have more very big. So you see they were still there. The large white friends, like control-y piles, here they are, but they got knocked out at top 8. This time Atraxa came and went over the top, and then here we have another Atraxa Reanimator. It's an interesting meta where we're seeing, like, Grixis is still really good, but there's Atraxa Reanimator. Now there's this 5-color Atraxa deck, and there's really large white deck, and like all this super long game endless value stuff is still very, very good. Here we've got Mogged is playing Grixis, but they are trying a Blue Sun's Twilight as a new card instead of the 4th Invoke Despair. Technology, it's a thing. And continuing down, we're going to call it here at about 15th place, because eventually you just start seeing the same stuff. But there's some more white, and here is, what is this, Rakdos? All right, so 16th place, we got Rakdos. Voltaic Visionaries. Interesting. Haven't seen that one in many decks in quite a while, but it's another way to just get value off a 2-drop that can also attack for 3. So I get it. Maybe we'll have to try that one out again. 4 Shieldreds. True believers. All right, I hope that you're enjoying these meta reviews to at least keep track of what's happening in the big world of Magic the Gathering, the best of 3 world, competitive world of Magic the Gathering. I like to stay on top of this and try to get ideas that I can take and kind of shape into best of 1 ideas. So obviously now I have to work a little bit on an Atraxa deck that is actually going to get some best of 1 action. Very hard to do because slow decks like this usually die to mono red, but a very fun puzzle to solve, as I think that the deck that actually won the event, very sweet to see it, is the one that is the most unique and interesting out of this batch. So let me know what you think of the videos, and are you enjoying them? And if so, we'll keep doing them, and if not, I might do them anyway because I do what I want on this channel. Thank you for watching. You are cool.